Both teams sitting at 1-2 coming into this one. Somebody's going to get back to 500 here in week 4 as away we go. And look at this return. Going strong at the 30. Touchdown on an incredible return. Tucker on for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Returnable from the 1. And he gave it his best to get to the 25. Just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Wilson on the shotgun handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Panthers making their red zone debut here. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Here's a give up the middle. To the house, touchdown Carolina! The Panthers finish off their opening drive. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Panthers start off well to tie things 7-7. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Johnson now on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. On the move, headed right. He's running with it. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 6 now. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that makes it 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this angles out and hits the sideline. That's a good punt there. They're pinned at their own 8. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Roman Wilson reels it in. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running right with Wilson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you could be a Pro Bowler.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. To throw it on 1st down. Caught by the open man. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st. They'll go from the gun with Wilson. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to Wilson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3. That's the end of our... We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Straight ahead, it's Wilson. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 29. Complete out to the right. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down from the red zone. Brought in right side. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Let's go now.
Wilson is in for the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Returning it from the 4. Returns looking good so far. He's still going. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. He fires one deep down the middle. Into a crowd and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He's on the move. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles would take the lead with a score. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Ready? Warriors 70, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
He'll throw it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles get some late points and the lead. Tucker on for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble inside the 20, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire. In fact, if you watch a lot of these special teams and kickoff units, you will see them running down the field on
Touchdown, Philadelphia! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give to Wilson up the middle. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackled on the play by Shaquille Barrett. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. This finds Smith. And he'll get it up to the 27. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. From the gun on 3rd down. Rolling left, buying some time. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Forced out to his right. The ball's out, he lost it. And the Eagles get to it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Cut 19, go!
Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Pass play on 1st and goal. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. First time this game they've looked to him. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Bullock's kick is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
It's a give to Wilson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense up to the line fast. From the 32. Taken in by Smith. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Now a give right side to Wilson. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw. That's incomplete left side.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Rolling into enemy territory. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking to the air here. He finds him beyond the marker. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Play action on 1st down. Buying some time right. He sends this one to the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Here's 2nd and 7. Called in left side. Rolling into enemy territory. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs?
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field. And
this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Cut out left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Simple dive up the middle. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
60 Eagles. Let's go now. Ready?
Throwing from the gun here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Panthers have some new life in the 4th. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the 2nd half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Pass play coming here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings them to 3rd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Panthers have some new life in the 4th.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. We'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Now he takes it. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Wilson on the give, headed left. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Second and 3 now. They'll try and throw it here. Short pass brought in. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Now a give to Wilson. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers parlay the interception into points. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Johnson with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 70 Timberwolves.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So it came at a painful cost to the QB, but on top of a hefty gain, going to move it half the distance to the goal for roughing the passer. So roughing the passer gifts them a 1st and goal.
Viking 18, go!
Hand off to the back. Runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. Tucker on for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. From his own end zone, here we go. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Man in motion here. They'll throw on 1st. He's going to push one deep down the right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Second and 10 now. Escapes the pocket. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Throwing it again here. He throws a bullet to the center. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this